Welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about the problem with the harem anime genre trope, whatever you want to call it, and why it has become a major problem, especially in the anime community. But why it's so hard to get right. See, the problem with harem anime, especially, is that it becomes diluted. One, two girls are cool, especially when like one, two girls, cool. Love triangle, fine. You could make a really good story out of love triangles. Some of the best stories have love triangles. But when it's 5, 6, and then you make the main character scared of the women, like, what's going on with you? And I've seen a plethora of harem animes, right? That's Trinity 7, Quintessential Quintuplets, Ordi Shura, Saijuku no Bahamut. I've seen multiple of them. The only thing I haven't seen was like maybe Ordi Garu. Hold on, Snafu. There's multiple harem animes that I've seen, and I'm telling you, only 2 of them are really good because one of the MCs weren't scared of the women, right? And the women, they get obviously the other personalities, the Sandra, the lovely, the hateful, they get all these basic personalities, but they focus really on the main character's purpose and what he's trying to do for the girls, rather that's helping them tutor, like in We Never Learned or Quintessential Quintuplets. And they focus on their character and development arcs instead of hitting on the MC multiple times in the story, preventing the story to progress and just making the story about the girls. No, before you're introduced to every single girl, the story has a basic premises. Whether that's them graduating, whether that's protecting someone, whether that's, getting someone to safety, and then they follow through. But then it becomes a joke. The harem thing just becomes a joke, as now everyone's hitting on this one person. Everyone's trying to get with this one person, right? And that could make good for comedic moments, but then it stops the story from progressing. It stops the character from developing, and it gives you a lot of cringe, really cringe moments. For example, Rent a Girlfriend. I dropped the show. Right, one, because I can't stand the MC. Like, that's the only show where the MC is really bad. 2, it's mostly just because of the MC. First, the MC is scared of girls, right? Scared to talk, scared to walk, scared to hold hands, everything, right? But then he gains these multiple women that are interested in him, and he's still scared to talk to them. He's still scared. Dog. I don't know who's listening to this right now, but if you are, don't be scared, for real. Because that's not realistic. Like, at least make it realistic. Trinity 7 isn't realistic. If you ever seen that anime, it's not realistic at all. But no one is scared. Like, you make them scared, you make them shy away, you make them frown upon that situation that they're brought with, and then they don't even let them gain character development from it in the situation. You just let them get in the same situation episode and episode, like it's recycled. And he has the same reaction. That's the problem with harem anime, harem tropes. Plus, Black Clover so has a harem going on with Asta, for sure. They have the bar girl, and they have Noelle, and then Mimosa, right? Asta doesn't care, because Asta's main goal is to be Wizard King, so they're still focused on him. It's just all that extra stuff is rather for our amusement or who he's going to end up with, give something for the fandom to really talk about, which is fine. Fandom needs to talk about anime relationships. That's going to happen in any anime, because a lot of people's going to want some person to end up with one person. It makes do for a lot of good conversation, which is fine. But when it's overdue and you just have an episode of just the women getting jealous, like, that's not what I'm watching this for. I want to see him do this. I want to see him do that. I want to see him achieve his goal, defeat this enemy. But no, I gotta hear this girl call out his name. Gotta hear this girl call out his name. And then have a situation of, nah, he hate me. Honestly, harem is one of those anime genres, tropes, whatever you want to call it, where I had to drop all entirely. Now, of course, there's harems in any anime, of course, like Fire Force is a harem, and it will end like a harem. Right? But I just want the story to progress, because the harem isn't the story. If the harem's the story in the case of like Ordi Shura, that's fine. Then I don't know why I'm complaining. Why am I watching the show? Fair enough. But when it's something like Fire Force, Black Clover, Quintessential Quintuplets, We Never Learned, really good examples of how to pull off a harem, but still focusing on the main story. Like, that is great. That is great. But Saijuku no Bahamut, right? Now, it's an anime I've been wanting to get a season 2. It's about a white-haired kid, disowned. Family disowns him. Cool. He lost his kingdom. Now his kingdom is ruled by other people, but he's still able to live in the royal capital. Of course, the story is about him eventually gaining power, being the strongest, and proving a lot of people wrong, and that his family really wasn't that weak. They didn't really deserve to die. Nope. You know what half the episodes are? It's recycle. Girl date, girl date, girl date, battle. Girl date, battle. It's like 3 episodes. I'm like, wow. Now it's an anime. I wish I could get season 2 because it's good. But why are you giving it? Why do I need to get a recycled scenario? Recycle all this. I prefer a fresh take. That's why I watch streaming. A fresh take on the harem tropes. Now, if you like harem tropes, tell me in the comment section below. I generally dislike